Yes, guys, welcome from me, Change Manager 0102, the three-man game. I'm firing videos out like they're going out of fashion this morning. Can you tell I got a day off? Okay, so the three-man game with Pep and Ian. And as you can see the date in the corner, we are well into season 136. Now, just to cast your mind back, Pep blew his wad. He blew his wad, of course, and he failed in the title, and I stole it. Ian ended up trophyless after losing to AI in the final of the Champions League. But you know what? Fuck all that shit. It's history. This is a new season, and this is where we are at. So, looks familiar, don't it? Very familiar story. Pep has started out in ruthless fashion with 10 straight wins out of 10. My 9 wins and 1 defeat. My defeat really fucking hacked me off and angered me. It angered me really fucking, I ain't going to lie to you. And if that angered me, then Ian must have been well fucked off because he lost. But to be fair to Ian, he lost a massive game. Let's start with Ian first then. The game that he lost was to, of course it was to Chelsea. And the old Zlatan regen, Erik Osterberg, was the man of the match. And I would imagine he was a little bit fucking pissed off with that, given the stats. So, I think when you lose any game, in this particular save of ours, losing any game is a hard pill to swallow. There's no doubt about that. It's really frustrating. You can see that, I didn't actually realise that, but there's a game coming up soon, and it's a huge one. Southampton against Pep. And the Champions League, you know, he looks good, don't he? We always do, to be fair. Over to me. Let's have a look. And there you see. The Charity Shield, we'll come to that in a moment. But the one game that we were beaten, I was fucking disgusted with. I was absolutely seething. The fact that I went 1-0 up, I thought, okay, routine, 1-0 up. And then all of a sudden, bang, bang, bang. I was, you know, I think the mouse took a flying lesson that day. So, yeah, so we were beaten. And you probably already saw there, I've actually changed my formation a little bit, slightly. I've gone a little bit inadverted. Was a little bit fucking angry over here, to be honest with you. I was really fucking angry. My goalkeepers have been absolutely shocking. More about them in a moment. But in terms of the Champions League, there you see. We are in control. The Charity Shield went to Pep on penalties. To be honest with you, Charity Shield can go and fuck itself. And Pep can go fuck himself too, to be honest with you. That's that. Okay, and finally, Pep. Well, he hasn't lost a game, has he? He started out pretty fucking decent. Defensively, he's done really well. You can see, look at all these clean sheets over here. He's been scoring goals for fun. So, credit where it's due. And as you can see, Pep has already confirmed his qualification. He's already confirmed his group winning role in Group C. So, credit where it's due to Pep. Okay. Let's go then to me. My new formation. Inadverted. It's middleman. But I'm just getting my wingers to tuck in a little bit more. And I've also, I don't know if this will make any difference, I took off the cross ball. I took off cross ball and I put on through balls. Now, that was I don't know. I think I'm not 100% happy with it, to be honest with you. It's very offside trap. It's very run forward. You know, that's hence its title, fast forward. We've still got a really strong setup. Let's have a look at the players that we've brought in this academic year. So we've got a bunch over here. So Castillo, I think that might be Ramos. I'm not sure. Santos, Da Costa subbing for the Rezzies. Yusuf Ray, I don't think he's going to make it, to be honest with you. Josh Williams, I don't think he's going to make it either. Now, this guy, Koeman, fucking hell, I've been tracking him yet, and I didn't name him in my Holland squad because I was tracking him. Yeah, that is Robben. Now, he obviously only came into the game as a 26-year-old, which was a little bit shit, but do you know what? I'll get a good few years out of him. Very, very happy with him. Good, decent centre-half Greek one there. Gutierrez. I've just brought Gutierrez off Pep, actually. I needed, as you can see, I was a little bit angry with my goalkeepers. Threw a little bit of a fucking tantrum over there. Let's have a look now then at Man United. So let's have a look who he's purchased. Pereira. See, I don't rate him, to be honest with you. And he's brought a bunch of players. So Camden, I think we saw some of these players, didn't we? That he had going forward that were pre-arranged deals. He's a good player. I didn't even spot him. I think he's solid. Aaron Ramsey, I want to say. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. That is Ian. And let's go over to Pep, the current leader. Actually, yeah, this Dutch midfielder, obviously I've now named him to my Dutch squad, but I did say to Pep, would he sell him? And he says not a chance. I think, he wanted to tell me to go and fuck myself, but I'm his uncle, so he didn't. I think he looks a good player. I think he's a little bit young maybe at the minute, which is how Pep likes him. Solari, yeah, he's not too bad. Nikolic, not bad. And Lopez, I think Lopez is a good player, but position worries me on a central defender. So that is where we're at on this mammoth of a game, of the three-man game. For me personally, Frolic has been my main striker, and you can see that from last season. But Jimenez, as you may recall, he can deputise quite well up top, but he is a forward, so I do play him a bit deeper because the outcast Georgian striker has had a few games this season. And he hasn't really let me down, has he? 3 games, 5 goals. He had a couple of games last season, and he didn't really let me down. I mean, I don't want to... I mean, he looks a fucking... Look at him. He looks like a fucking machine. Absolute machine. I've got some real quality players. I think we're really starting to build our setup now with... the youth players, but I've got some good players ready to come through from the youth. A few players that I feel are not going to make it. I don't think that Josh Williams is going to make it, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I mean, he's got crossing abilities and passing and pace, 3 massive attributes for a winger, so he's not necessarily going to be out of it. But I feel that we're very gifted, I feel, on the wings. I mean, that's Gareth Bale regen, of course. This guy here, Hang Hu Cha, sounds like a song. Look at that. I mean, I bought him. Realistically, I actually only bought him to see what I use him as a squad player. But look how well he did for me last season and so far this season. And it's funny, really, because how well he's doing on the right wing is what's keeping out this guy and the Turkish guy. Do you know what I mean? We've got some real solid players. I have had a bit of an offload... what are we saying now? We've got rid of one of those goalkeepers. Hasselbank has gone. Tone Stamp has gone. Kone, Yaya Toure regen has gone. And Diop. Now Diop, you may have already recognised the name. I sold him because he got a red card in that Charity Shield. So I got a little bit angry with that cunt. And money still isn't an issue. There you see. I mean, we seem to be making money. Let's just have a look at the income. I don't really know where we make our money from, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, I never look at this shit, to be honest with you. I don't look at it at all. I'm not sure where money comes from, if I'm truly honest. We've not exactly got the biggest stadium in the world. But, yeah, I mean, Soto, one of my longest serving players, of course. I don't really want to sell him because I think he looks a beast. Let me remind you, we've still got Neymar regen. Still got the Neymar regen there, and we've still got the Ronaldo regen there. So we've just promoted I might have to put him back, but he is someone from the Rezzies. Gave him a few games last season, but I don't think he's ready. Not based on forward. I want a new defender, to be honest with you. Now, do you remember this guy? I showed you him last season, I think. Got him from Ian, surprisingly, and Ian normally he's more cagey about selling players to us unless he don't feel we're going to benefit. Now, I think on this occasion I've benefited because I think he's done really, really well for me. And that's the reason why I decided to offload Kone in the middle. Maja did really well on the left wing last season. You can see he's got the credentials. And then, of course, as I said, we've got the Gareth Bale regen on the left wing. But, of course, we brought in the Robben regen. So And although he can play on the right, he is left-only preferred foot. So I don't like to put a left-only on the right side. And I call it an OCD if you wish. So we've got ourselves a really, really good setup. I'm very pleased. I do think we still need defence. I'm not happy with defence. That Varane regen is letting me down. A bit reluctant to sell him. I bent over backwards to sign him from Pep. And I think Pep was laughing all the way. When we did a part X on that, but you know, my defence I feel is very weak. My goalkeepers have really, really let me down. My goalkeepers have been awful. I mean, I brought that one off Pep. Even my Rezzies, the Turkish one I sold. I brought him in from the Rezzies, and I'm hoping that he'll get another game. He weren't involved in my Champions League setup, so he's going to have to wait. So that is the three-man game. Let's have a quick blast at the international side of things. Nothing really worth screaming about. But we are going to the World Cup 2150 with the perfect record for Holland. We are going to the World Cup. Ian's England are the world champions from the previous manager. He will already be there. Ukraine are joining us. They're joining us at the World Cup. Portugal are joining us. Greece are joining us. Russia. Of course, we said Holland. Bosnia. France. Sweden. So Pep has done it. And he will join me at the World Cup. And Ian. And Spain. So, am I right in saying that Scotland are going to the World Cup? Is that right? Why? See, I'm a bit confused as to why it don't say qualified there. Why don't it say qualified? Because they're the best second place team. So I think Scotland are going as well. So, you know, I will leave Holland after the World Cup. I've got no interest really in international. This is my attitude towards the Dutch nation. I've got no fucking interest. This is a part-time job. But looking at that, right, that's quite a fucking close group, weren't it? But who knows what the World Cup has ahead for us. So let's have a quick gander then at Ian for England. He's enjoyed a couple of friendly victories, as you can see. Italy, good result. Portugal 2-0. And he's obviously got one against Croatia soon. Let's have a look if I've got anything coming up. Yeah, I've got Germany. And let's have a look if Pep's got anything coming up. I'm sure he's got... No, he hasn't. Okay, so that's that, guys. That is the international scene. Nearly said theme again there. And it continues to just get better and better and better. And that's it from me, guys. That is the three-man game update with you. Till next time, from me, guys, take it easy.